to Paris?
Well, Paris was always the dream. You know, I mean, you've got to bring your A game when you show in Paris, and I felt that pressure.
Victoria Beckham's journey from posh spice to fashion powerhouse has been nothing short of remarkable. Her latest Spring-Summer 2025 show at Paris Fashion Week proved her evolution, featuring daring designs and a striking green dress worn by Gigi Hadid. She also launched her perfume, 2150 Reverie, showcasing her growing empire. Victoria Beckham's Spring-Summer 2025 show at Paris Fashion Week left fashion insiders buzzing with praise. Held at the elegant Château de Bagatelle, the event was set in a dreamy candlelit forest. Eva Longoria, Sofia Vergara, and the entire Beckham family, including David and Brooklyn, were in attendance. The show itself was a hit, with many calling it Beckham's best work to date. Her design showcased sharp tailoring, blended with unexpected flashes of skin. Pieces ranged from tailored trousers with bold sashes to slinky bias-cut dresses clung elegantly. Gigi Hadid's striking Atonement-green gown stole the show, receiving thunderous applause from the crowd. Backstage, Victoria spoke passionately about her concept of dressing and undressing, explaining that this collection was about revealing more than just fabric. The evening felt like a celebration of Victoria's evolution from fashion underdog to established designer. Critics agree, this show was a milestone in her career, signaling her growing presence among luxury labels. Victoria Beckham's journey from pop sensation to fashion powerhouse is a story of reinvention, persistence, and ambition. Victoria's first musical venture was with a band called Persuasion, but the real breakthrough came in 1994. Responding to an ad calling for ambitious and street-smart girls who could sing and dance, Victoria landed a spot in the soon-to-be iconic Spice Girls. Victoria, nicknamed Posh Spice, became known for her sleek style and poised demeanor, an image that set her apart from her bandmates. With 80 million records sold worldwide, the Spice Girls became the best-selling female group of all time. But after the release of their third album, Forever, in 2000, the group slowed down to focus on solo projects.
I think what we created is so special and such a legacy and something really to be celebrated. You know, we just had some stamp.
Although her debut solo album reached number 10 on the UK charts, it sold modestly, failing to match the success of her Spice Girls days. During this period, Victoria's passion for fashion began to emerge more prominently. Despite early ventures like modeling at London Fashion Week in 2000, and her role as a British ambassador for Dolce & Gabbana, Victoria Beckham faced skepticism about her ambitions in the fashion world. Transitioning from the Spice Girls to the runway was not an easy path.
When I was in the Spice Girls, Donatella Versace invited me to go to Milan to a fashion show. And I remember she sent a private plane. I'd never been in a private plane before.
Victoria herself admitted that it was a struggle to gain credibility. Everyone thought it was going to be rubbish, she once said. For years, rumors circulated that she wasn't doing the designing herself, with critics claiming it was just a vanity project. But she kept her head down, determined to prove her commitment to the craft. It took years of hard work, consistent collections, and a refusal to rely solely on her fame to finally earn respect within the fashion industry.
My passion, really, more than music. I loved what I did with the Spice Girls, and I'm so proud of everything I achieved, but fashion was always what I really, really wanted to do.
By 2004, she launched her first fashion collaboration, VB Rocks, a limited edition line of jeans with Rock and Republic. These high-priced jeans mark Victoria's entry into the luxury market, hinting at her growing interest in design. Victoria's love for style was more than just a passing interest. It became her new calling. In 2006, she launched her denim label, DVB Style, and continued to explore other areas of fashion, including eyewear and fragrances. By 2007, her collection expanded to the US market, and she even served as a judge at London's Graduate Fashion Week. It was clear that Victoria was not content with simply being a celebrity face. She was serious about building her own brand.
But there's something very fashion about it. You know, the color palette isn't typically what you would see in a sports collection, and I love how I can mix that.
The launch of her eponymous fashion label in 2008 marked a pivotal moment. It began as a low-key presentation, but quickly gained traction. Her collections were sophisticated, featuring clean lines and fitted silhouettes that became her signature. The Victoria by Victoria Beckham line, introduced as a lower-priced range, demonstrated her understanding of the broader market. Within a few years, her brand was generating significant sales, driven by the appeal of the designs rather than just her celebrity name. Her hard work was validated in 2011 when she won Designer Brand of the Year at the British Fashion Awards. Critics who had initially dismissed her as a celebrity designer were now acknowledging her as a legitimate player in the fashion world. Her collections expanded beyond dresses to include separates, luxury handbags, and denim, with some items priced as high as £18,000.
I am so proud to be British, and I am incredibly proud that I have built my brand here in the UK.
By 2012, Victoria was the most talked about designer on Twitter during New York Fashion Week, amassing thousands of new followers. Her transformation from pop star to respected designer was complete. Fashion journalists who had once doubted her now praise her for her eye for detail and passion for design. In 2014, she guest-edited French Vogue and participated in a panel discussion with the Dean of Parsons, further cementing her reputation.
Enjoy the getting ready. I think that's the best part of going to any event, is the getting ready, picking what you're going to wear, your hair and makeup.
Victoria's brand continued to evolve. Her 2017 collaboration with Target featured a wide range of sizes, making high fashion more accessible. Her children's line was a hit, reflecting her understanding of modern family needs.
Working with Target because they do this so well. The collaborations that they do with designers are so great, and the fact that they asked me to work with them was such an honor.
In 2018, Victoria shifted her show from New York to London Fashion Week, a move that underscored her strong connection to British fashion. Committed to ethical design, she announced in 2019 that her collections would be free of fur and exotic skins, aligning with the industry's evolving standards.
This whole week, you're constantly questioning yourself about the collection. Is it a flat shoe? Is it a high shoe? Is it a bag? Is it a no bag? What is the music like? So it's just questions going round and round and round in my head.
But despite the early buzz, Victoria's fashion label has struggled to achieve profitability since its launch in 2008. The high-end brand, known for its luxury dresses and sharp tailoring, has consistently posted financial losses. In 2018, the brand was reported to be losing £4,000 per day, totaling nearly £12 million in losses that year alone. While sales had once shown promise, demand began to plateau. Wholesale orders dropped, and annual revenue fell by 16% to £35 million, signaling a tough road ahead. The brand's struggles didn't end there. In 2019, Victoria Beckham Limited yet another blow, with losses amounting to £12.3 million. Chairman Ralph Toledano acknowledged that growth had stalled, but remained optimistic, noting that the results were in line with expectations. Efforts to revive sales included expanding into cosmetics, cutting prices, and partnering with Reebok. Results were mixed. Victoria herself addressed the financial woes, emphasizing that the label is not a vanity project. Her focus, she insisted, was on building a sustainable brand that could endure for decades. However, the challenges have been significant. By 2022, reports revealed that the brand's debt had ballooned to nearly £54 million. The COVID-19 pandemic only worsened the situation, leading to a 6% decline in revenues to £36.1 million in 2020. Despite these difficulties, there were attempts to mitigate the damage. Cost controls, revised strategies, and a more streamlined business model helped cut operating losses by 57%. But even with these measures, the brand continued to struggle, accumulating debt and raising questions about its long-term viability. Critics have questioned whether the brand's luxury positioning aligns with consumer demand. While her designs have won praise for their elegance and quality, Victoria's also faced the challenge of balancing exclusivity with accessibility. She remains committed to keeping the brand's integrity intact, avoiding quick fixes that could dilute its identity. In September 2019, Victoria Beckham launched her first independent beauty brand, marking a new chapter in her entrepreneurial journey. Teaming up with Sarah Creel, a seasoned beauty expert, the line was built from scratch with a simple goal: to create products Victoria couldn't find in her own makeup bag.
We're creating this product that you could use it like a little crayon. I want to be able to draw. I like to draw 2 lines down either side of my nose.
The debut focused on eye makeup, a signature feature of her look. From rich shadow palettes to crystal-infused toppers, the collection offered fans a taste of her smoky eye aesthetic.
I'm making a smoky eye brick. We wanted to be as clean as we can with the ingredients and the formulas.
Victoria's approach was clear. Beauty should be clean, effective, and sustainable. Yet, the brand wasn't just about makeup. Plans were soon to announce for skincare, fragrance, and even wellness product, all reflecting Victoria's own routines and lifestyle. Positioned as affordable luxury, the brand prioritized transparency and relatability. It's a beauty line with ambition, aiming to redefine what it means to be stylish, clean, and accessible. And with Victoria behind it, the potential is vast. Spring-Summer 2024 collection. Victoria Beckham's creative energy took center stage once again during Paris Fashion Week September 2023 with her Spring-Summer 2024 collection. A deeply personal line inspired by her love of dance and the British countryside. Victoria's impact extended beyond the runway to the front row, where Kim Kardashian stole the spotlight in a custom baby pink silk dress designed exclusively for her by Beckham. The dress, with its body-skimming silhouette, was a hit. Beckham later announced plans to release the dress to the public, offering fans a rare chance to own a piece initially reserved for one of the world's most iconic fashion figures. The show's glamorous setting wasn't without drama. Kim Kardashian's late arrival reportedly irked Vogue's Anna Wintour, who was seen tapping her watch impatiently. Despite the momentary tension, the show, set in Karl Lagerfeld's former residence, dazzled, capturing global attention. The collection combined two elements that have shaped her life: her rigorous dance training as a teenager and her weekends spent in the English countryside.
I think moving to Paris, and it's been a great year for the Beckhams with the Netflix documentary, so I think there's a kind of elevation of that whole brand. And
Victoria drew on her early years of ballet, tap, and musical theater. The collection seemed to freeze-frame the elegant movements of dance. The collection's color palette added another layer of depth. Pastel shades were inspired by Degas' ballerinas. This blend of French artistry with English charm created an intriguing harmony.
My brand DNA, if you like, it's about making things feminine, but also with a strong masculine sort of edge as well.
Accessories carry the same personal touch. Beckham offered gym bags and toiletry pouches that echoed a familiar but refined aesthetic. It was clear that this wasn't just a collection of clothes, but a manifestation of Beckham's life story. Spring-Summer 2025. By September 2024, Victoria Beckham made a big impact at Paris Fashion Week with her Spring-Summer 2025 collection at the beautiful Château de Bagatelle. This time, Beckham stepped away from her usual minimalism to try bold creative designs. Light silk chiffon pieces, treated with resin, gave the clothes a sculpted look, sometimes hugging the body, other times floating gracefully. Deconstructed tailoring added exciting twists, with slits revealing glimpses of thighs or bare shoulders. The highlight of the collection was a bright green draped dress worn by Gigi Hadid, instantly capturing attention. Victoria also introduced her new perfume, 2150 Reverie, adding a sensory touch to the event. Just weeks later, she attended the Vogue Fashion Fund Awards dinner in New York with her husband David. She looked elegant in a pale pink midi dress featuring a draped neckline, paired with perspex heels and bold red lipstick. Earlier that day, she had worn her signature 850-pound silk dress, seen on stars like Kendall Jenner and Queen Latifah. The dress's popularity has boosted sales by 52%, marking a strong turnaround for her brand. Beckham's success continued as she launched her fragrance in New York, dressed in a chic gray wrap suit from her pre-Spring-Summer 2025 line. With her tailored blazer, wide-leg pants, and signature red lipstick, she perfectly represented her brand's evolving style. But the excitement didn't stop there. Victoria's also announced a Netflix docu-series. Produced by Studio 99, the series will explore her journey from Spice Girls fame to her current role as a fashion mogul, featuring personal stories from her family and industry insiders. Will Victoria's high-end strategy pay off, or is it at risk of losing its appeal in the fast-paced industry? Does she truly have what it takes to succeed in the long run? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below.